How are you doing? Welcome to today's live stream. I am Posha Malcolm, and I'm so happy to have each and every one of you with me. It has been a while. Last week, Friday, we had a live stream, and this week we're having another one. Um, Unforeseen. Tell you the truth, I'm just to be real with you. It's really hard for me to do live stream. As much as it seems as though I do live stream well based on feedback, I'm pretty shy in doing live stream. With the normal um, putting up of videos, you would normally edit and take what you want and all of that. Yeah, with live streams, it's not like that. You can't edit anything. Yeah, you sometimes not dressed up and hair not well do and all of that. But I'm just keeping it real this evening. So I have a series called Road to 2025. It entails videos that I've done throughout the year that I didn't get to post, and also reflections, gratitude, and thanksgiving. To top off this year, we have a few days to go. I know this week up to the end of the year is pretty packed, for a lot of persons buying gifts, persons doing extra hours at work, so many things, persons going on vacation, some persons, you know, going overseas to spend the time snowbirding. Yeah. So I know a lot has been going on, but I just want to spend some time with you this Friday evening, December the 20th, 2024. I want to, share some reflection, gratitude, and thanksgiving. All right. And yes, like always, I try to have my little script to guide me. Okay, guys? You know the thing go, right? Yes. So I'm so happy to have you here as we reflect on life's journey. Yes, express gratitude for the blessings we have received and share a sense of thankfulness for everything that keeps us going. Earlier today, I was out in the snow heading to an appointment. I literally walked in the snow. Snow coming down. I walk on the road. You see the snow on the banking. You see the water that melts from the snow. You see vehicles passing. Yes, I did the works. So I was there. The cold was biting, I must say. It felt like it seeped into my bones. Yes, and refused to leave. Yes, it refused to leave. Now that I'm home, all I want to do is snuggle under my covers. Look at me. Yeah? I was like something like this with my headpiece and all of that. Yes. And I was pretty layered, right? I had on this, I had on, yeah, and a blouse under that. And guess what? I had on two tights. Two tights, yes. And my stuffed shoes. Yeah. I didn't know what was going to happen because yesterday, they said that it's going to snow up into today, this morning, but all day it has been snowing and I've been out there. So you know the thing go. I want to make sure that I'm pretty layered of all my socks and all of that. Yes. So make sure you're well covered whenever you have to go to work, you have to go to an appointment, you have to go to pick up the kids. and all of that, whatever it is, put on your shoes, your proper shoes, and go out there and don't watch no face because, yeah, I was in this and I was in a blue pattern tights. I didn't care, and I was in a brown shoes. Oh my gosh, thinking about it, what a style! What then say style, a style, and style can spoil. So yeah, that was how I dressed today because I wasn't taking any chance. And yeah, the cold really did bite me. And even right sitting here before you right now, it's still biting me. It's deep right into my bones, I can tell you for sure. Yeah, now that I'm home, I'm gonna get some warm tea and go to bed and, see if I can thaw out from what I've experienced today. But this moment of discomfort reminded me of how much we have to be grateful for, even in challenging times. And I can tell you this year has been very challenging for me with on different levels. So I'm really grateful and thankful that I can, come before you and give you this talk about being grateful and reflecting on, you know, what I've experienced. I can tell you that if I wasn't a person that was resilient, maybe I would have given up on YouTube already. So the challenges that I face, I'm happy that I'm a resilient person. Yeah. I want to ask some questions. I want you to share with me, right? So I want to ask you, where are my questions? I wrote them out. All right. I love to hear from you. What are your reflections for today? What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? You can put it in the chat. Tell me, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? What are you reflecting on? Right? Yes. All right. So, for reflection for today, I want to reflect on three things. One, my journey in Canada. Just a little talk on that. Two, growth through challenges. And three, finding joy in simple moments, right? So, my journey in Canada, I think back to when I first moved to Canada and how much my life has changed. Adjusting to a new culture, I did have some culture shock, and embracing the seasons as a part of my journey. And it has taught me so much lesson. Welcome. I am doing a live chat on Road to 2025 series, and I am doing reflections today, gratitude and thankfulness. And I look back at my journey. As I said, there were many culture shock. When I look also at the diversity of persons in Canada, it's like everybody all over the world is at Canada. And that is a culture shock. Jamaica is out of many one people, but the in Jamaica you see a handful of different nationalities. But in Canada, all around you. So that has been something that I looked at in my reflection. I've also looked at the seasons. There are 4 seasons in Canada: spring, summer, fall, and winter. I've experienced all 4 of them. And for me, my favorite is summer. I was born in the summer. I love hot, yes, hot tea. That's what I want to have now, you know. So for me, yes, summer. But when you look at spring, you know that things are coming to life. It's new beginning. When you look at when you look at summer, you're reaping, you're enjoying. And when you look at fall, you realize that you have to prepare. Well, in summer, you have to prepare for fall going into winter. But if you never prepared in summer, you definitely know that fall, the feeling that you'll get from the cold, the chilliness, know that yes, I have to prepare for winter. And now, today, as I experience the real winter, the real snow falling, and it's seeping into my bones, yes, I can tell you that you make sure you prepare in the summer, and that's when you get most of the sales for late spring into summer. Hi, Wisdom Sparks Motivation. How are you? Good evening to you too. I'm doing a live chat on my road to 2025 with reflection, gratitude, and thankfulness. So I was expressing that for reflection, I reflect on my culture, culture shock moving, my journey to Canada, moving to Canada, and culture shock that I experienced, diversity of people. I'm good. I'm glad I caught up. You're alive. Thank you so much. I've been catching up a little bit here and there with persons. I'm a bit more relaxed now than before. I was going through so many things. I had so many things on my plate. But now I must say that this week is much better than the previous weeks. So, I just say, why not put out some videos that I have for this year and call it Road to 2025 with some reflections and gratitude and thankfulness. So, I'm just doing this first part of that. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. What are you reflecting on as the year comes to a close? I know we have a few more days left, but what are you reflecting on? It could be over the year or even before, or just life in general. What are you reflecting on? That's the part that I'm at now. So you can think about it. So the next thing for me with reflection is that the growth through challenges. Oh my gosh. Hi, Big Chef. How you doing? I met Big Chef today. Yes. He was in another live with another subscriber of mine. Um, oh gosh, Sunshine. I don't remember the first part. I can't believe I don't remember now. But yes, he was there. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. I appreciate it. Yes. So for me, growth through challenges. And you see, this year I've had so many challenges. Last Christmas, my dad was in the hospital. Wow. And we weren't sure he was going to make it. But thanks be to God, he's still here. Praise God. Hallelujah. So happy that he is here. And it's something to give God thanks for. It happened last year, but this year, right now, he is here and not in the hospital. Yeah? So praise be to the Lord. I normally use praise the Lord, you know, because it's good to praise. I said, oh, that men would praise the Lord for his mercy, for his goodness to the children of men, something like that. God is good every day. Every day he is wonderful, big chef. Every day. I've seen him work some things in my life through the challenges, as I said, even through the challenges, yes, he is. You know, the challenge that I've experienced this year, I've not experienced those challenges other years. Yeah. And it's like, yes, big chef. um, give you a five. Let me tell you, you see, when God put you on a mission, because I remember, hello, wisdom. Yes, wisdom. You will definitely enjoy our channel, Big Chef. So tune in, check out her channel and tune in. You know, she is one of them that encourages me to go on, you know, and her motivation is really wonderful and inspiring. And as I was going to go into inspiring, you know, when God call you to something, God called me to content creation many years ago. YouTube had sent me to join up with them. And I never saw it until this year. I think I was 26, and they didn't call. They sent me an email, and I didn't see it until I was going through my emails to delete some stuff, and I saw it. I'm like, what? This year, I'm like, what? From I was 26 years old, and I'm saying, look at it, look at life, But life happens, things happen. But when God said, this is time, no matter if they're Jericho, no matter if you're in a hole, he will find you and he will say, this is time. And he will take you out of that hole and put you on the mountain top for you to declare him. So I know that God has called me. Let me give you a story with that. Wow, and look how much you have grown. Yes, I'm giving God thanks, and you have grown so much as well. I've been watching you on your journey. God is good. It's when God ready for you, he equips you. The only thing that is standing in my way is like anxiety, fear. And I know I've been going through stuff. It's like fear cripples you. When you want to do something and fear comes over you, you don't do it. And sometimes you don't do it at the time you're supposed to. You'll delay. I remember you said something about that in one of your posts, you know. And I look back and I said that God has called me. Let me tell you the story. It was like sometime in late January or early February, the Spirit said, buy the GoPro. I was looking at some GoPro, and the Spirit said, buy the GoPro. They were on sale. And let me tell you, it stayed on sale until I got that GoPro. But the story is, 3 times he said to me, buy the GoPro. I'm telling you, oh, God calls you. He speaks to us. So it's just that sometimes we are not listening. But I've learned from experience that when he said something to you 3 times, make sure you do it. Because if you don't do it, you're going to get the beating. And so I listened and I bought the GoPro. And the first show that I did was an event in Toronto, the Toronto car show. That was the first video I did. But that was the 19th of February, the same day I was not celebrating, the same day of my mother's memorial. Means she passed away on the 19th of February 2013. And so that was a day that I would normally stay home and reflect on all of that. But because I love car show, and because I didn't want to be in that mournful or that sad or, reflective mode, I said, I'm going to go. And we went. It was a cold day. And I don't like cold. I don't like winter, right? And I decided that I was going to go. And we went, Adele and myself. That's my husband. And we went. and I had a good time. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't know how I'm going. I've never done this thing like that where I'm literally, to put this up. I normally do my little content anywhere I go, but to actually put it up like on a channel now, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. But I put my fear aside and I did what I could do. And that was the first time I was doing an event. And that was after God told me to buy the GoPro, and I listened. You see, that very week, that was it. I started officially as a content creator. And I said, look at God. I I not going to talk about what causes me to do it full time, because I had some benefit with that, so I can't discuss that. But I can tell you that when God closes one door, he opens another. And the favor of the journey of being in Canada, the favor that he granted me, that I was working with this company first time over here. This say, oh, okay. Hi, I remember you in the chat today as well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just telling you a little story of how I got started, of my journey here in Canada. I came from, tell me where you're coming from, the live chat that um oh my gosh, help me with it. Sunshine, not sunshine, sunshine with oh my gosh, I want to search. I think I can search. I want to give you that name because she's such a nice person. Hold on, let me go to my subscription. She should be at the top. Yes, and I subscribe to you guys as well. I remember. Yes. Peace, love, sunshine. Yes. Yes, I usually watch her videos as well. Yes. As I said, time hasn't been on my hand, but I'm getting back there. I'm getting back there because I like to support. Yes. And I try to, go all over. Sometimes I literally go through my subscription list and just go down. I do that at times just to make sure I will connect with her. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Yeah. So I bought the GoPro. I went to the event. And then after that, that week, my life changed. And I'm happy for the opportunity and the people that I have met, along my journey being in Canada. I'm going to tell you another story another time on the day when I traveled to Canada, and tell you, yesterday, I celebrated as a content creator 11 months. And also being in Canada, because I came in December, and I'm so grateful for the exposure that I've gotten. Thank you so much. The people that I have met, the opportunities that I've gotten, and let me tell you, the company that I worked with, I actually got all my equipment because I didn't have any equipment to really start YouTube. It was because of being with that company. I can't call name, but they are a wonderful company, and I really enjoyed working with them. They're very supportive. And the backpack that you see me carry on my back, yeah, to them. And through them, I was able to get a laptop to start my content creating. You understand? So whenever you're working with a company, do your best. And also try and, sort out yourself as well. So I'm giving God thanks for my journey being in Canada and the opportunity of becoming a professional then, would call ourselves content creators because we are literally doing it. And I've seen the challenges that I've been through and how I have maneuvered them through being resilient. There are times when I didn't want to do YouTube because I felt as though I'm failing. I felt as though, this is challenging in the moment. You have to stay up late in the nights at time if you want to put out a video, say tomorrow. And I'm kind of slow, I must admit. But then I remember listening to this some guy, well, this person, they had a production, and he said 6 months it took for them to do a content that was like a 10 minutes, 6 to 10 minutes content. 6 months worth of editing and putting together all of that. And I'm like, give yourself some credit sometimes, Posha, because it's not as easy as oh it may seem. It's challenging, to be a content creator. And I remember another person said to me, she literally said to me that persons who do content creating are good because not everybody can do it. So it takes guts, it takes abilities, it takes resources, it takes tools and equipments and all of that. And it takes a heart and a desire that wants to share, that wants to, give. And so I say kudos to everyone who are content creators. Yes. So thank you so much for, supporting me and this community. I know that it's not easy to tune in. Many times I remember when I have been on other person's program, person say, oh, I have my live right now, so I have to go, So it's never easy. But guess what? We're doing it. It takes time, it's a process, and we are learning and we are growing even through the challenges. And then I just want to touch on finding joy in simple moments, right? So even on tough days, I find joy in little things. The peacefulness of snow falling, having those little flurries fall on you, you touch your skin, you see it on your clothes. It's just watching it coming out of the sky is just beautiful. And I recognize that people love it, even though it's cold and it can be a little messy at times. It's still beautiful to look at, coming out of the sky and falling on the ground, that whiteness and all of that. So those little moments, you can get a warm cup of tea, you know, that perk up your spirit. Like Andel today, he made some cinnamon with ginger. Oh my gosh, it's something nice. Those little things on a day like today keep you warm. Or coming home. Yes, yes, or coming home to your cozy space. But just curl up in this little corner right here. Because it's comfy, it's cozy and nice, other than in my bed. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that for reflection. And I'm just going to move to the gratitude. I know it takes a lot to be on live for viewers at times because we know time is, limited and you have to be here and there. So I appreciate your wisdom for Wisdom Sparks Motivation. Yes, I really respect you for tuning in. And also, I have CC124. Thank you so much. Yes, for tuning in. So, with gratitude, now as we focus on that, there are three things I want to look at. One, supportive people. Two, opportunities, and three, nature's beauty. So for supportive people. I'm so grateful for the people in my life who support and inspire me. My husband, my friends, my family, and even all of you who join me here on this live stream and in my community who watches my video. You make this journey worthwhile. I really do appreciate it. You give me that energy, to go on. You know, I went to the live this morning, and here you are watching my video. It motivates me, it inspires me, it gives me energy. And I really appreciate that. And that's what we do for others who do their live, who put out their videos for us to watch. It gives them that motivation and that inspiration and that energy to continue. And so I say thank you so much for that. Opportunities too. Ken has given me so many opportunities to grow and explore new paths, like content creation, because I can go to different events. I can show the park that they offer that space for you and your family to enjoy, to unwind. I can showcase those things, so they give you, and yes, they have services here and there that you can utilize, but they give you what you are in need of in the time that you need it. Sometimes, though, you have to seek to find. And my channel comes handy when there are places that you want to go, but you may not know where. I showcase those places that you could take your family. And you could even go events that you never knew about that you can attend, that you like to attend. So those opportunities, right? And for me, connecting most of all with amazing people. I wouldn't have known any of you if it wasn't for YouTube being, in Canada with this opportunity of being in Canada. I wouldn't. So I'm giving God thanks for the opportunities that Canada has offered me. I'm not going to complain. No, sir. It doesn't matter the challenges that you go through, the mindset, the attitude, and all of that. When you look at every bad situation in a positive light, you find that the opportunities in it. You find the gratitude and the thankfulness in it and the lessons, in it. So those are two of the things that I'm thankful for. And the third thing, nature's beauty. The beauty of nature here is breathtaking. Even in the cold of winter, as I was explaining earlier, the snow covered landscape reminds me how beautiful life's seasons can be. Just spectacular. What do you like about this season the most? Let me know what you like. What are the things that, captivate you about winter? And one thing I can say, I've learned to embrace winter and make sure I layer up. I don't complain, oh, it's so cold. Let me tell you, I remember before snowfall, I used to get so cold and sick. And I'm wondering what's going on. And a day or two after it snows, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the reason why I was not feeling well. Yeah? Because I wasn't embracing it. And then somebody said that when they moved to Canada, somebody told them to embrace the winter. And I started to reflect on it. And I said, it makes sense. If you embrace something, it won't affect you negatively the way that it usually do because you have embraced it. Not that you're accepting that you love it up and all of that. No, but you're accepting that this is winter, this is the season that we're in. Once I wear my proper gear, once I have my tea to keep me warm and so forth, you're embracing it. You're going through it. It doesn't overpower you. It doesn't make you sick and uncomfortable and can't do anything. No, you're embracing it. So Canada is a beautiful place. If you haven't seen it, you can watch it through my videos and you can plan for a trip. I always encourage persons, just plan. And it doesn't have to be even 1 year, it could be 2 year. I've known persons plan their vacation 2 years ahead of time, putting aside funds, putting aside making plans and get everything organized. Yeah, so you can experience. And if it's a door of opportunity, you can take it, you know? So, yeah, if you haven't experienced Canada, do experience it. If you have been here in Canada, but you have not been, embracing the beauty of Canada, I would say get out of the house. Take some time from work. If it's one day, get little rest and go out. Take a walk, go somewhere and observe nature and the beauty that are around. Yes, and you can plan with friends. I used to know a friend who on a weekend would do road trip, back in Jamaica. They would just take off. And I've also known about persons where I used to work, some young people. They used to book hotels and stay and enjoy themselves, cook, like cook out. They would carry their pots and pans and they will go by the beach and they will cook, light wood fire and they will cook and stuff like that. Yeah, I would say embrace that. Embrace nature, embrace the beauty of wherever you are. There's always beauty around. It's just that sometimes we are so much there in our space that it becomes common. But when somebody comes in and they see your beauty, they're like, oh, this place is so gorgeous, this space is beautiful. I say, huh? Yes, it just become common. It just become a usual place for you. But when you take the time to reflect and look at what's around, you realize that, yeah, there's so much in my space that is a play that is beautiful, that I can appreciate and I can do things in and all of that. Yeah, and sometimes you just need friends or one close friend, you know, or our family, and just enjoy the moment. Yeah, and now I'm going to move to thankfulness as we travel on this journey of reflection, gratitude, and thankfulness. So, yeah, three things I want to talk about thankfulness. One, a warm home. Two, health and strength. And three, faith and hope. And these are so important for me, you know. For one, a warm home, having spent time out in the cold today, I'm so thankful for the warmth of home. It's a blessing to have a safe, cozy place to return. I remember sometime in the fall, I saw this gentleman sitting, lying. He actually walked from this building and he was in the car park all by himself, no vehicles. It was near dusk hours, and he spread something on the ground. He had done a lot of layers, and he spread something on the ground and he used what he spread to cover himself. And I look at it and say, this person doesn't have a home. This person doesn't have family, that he thinks could give him that. I don't know his situation, but I felt pretty hurt. I felt, pretty concerned for his safety and so many things I reflected on. I even wanted to cook soup and carry back to give him. but I had to use wisdom in that as well. So, looking back at me going out there today and having that cold touching my bones, me really did feel cold today. I was so cold from walking, to my destination from one point to the other. I was really cold. But now I'm at home. Sometimes we don't appreciate the home that we have because we say it's not nice enough. It's not beautiful like places that we see on Instagram, places that we see all over. We say our home, but you see, if it have light, it have water, it has a bed. Even if it does have a bed, you can sleep on the floor. I remember I had, how would I say it? I remember I wanted to pay off a loan. It was actually a student loan. And I decided that I'm not going to, the only thing I'm going to pay is my tithe and offering and my rent. If the light want to go, it goes. If I don't have money to pay it, that's it. I sleep in the darkness. I didn't have much food. I know I had sugar to make tea because there was a soursop tree in the front of my yard. So I picked the soursop leaf and I made my tea. Yes, I had gas. And I made my tea and I baked dumpling. This dumpling now, you just need to flatten out the dough, and then you put it in the pot. Make sure the pot is hot, and you put it in it, and then you flip it over and you bake it. That's baked dumpling. And I had that baked dumpling each evening with my tea, my soursop tea, because there was a soursop tree in the front of the yard, and I did that for about a month or two. I think it took me about 2 or 3 months to finish paying off my student loan. I put all my pay, everything except my tithe and offering and my rent. I had a roof over my head. That was the most important thing for me. And I paid off my student loan, got rid of it. I made that sacrifice, and I'm here in a cozy little place. I hope you are as well. And I would say, just be thankful that you have somewhere to call home, because there are lots of persons. I've seen it. I've seen persons sleeping on the road. I'm one of those persons who will go in and, when I was when I was coming up, there was a young lady. I think she's in her 20s at the time. She had a sickness. I think she had a liver, either or kidney. I think she had kidney problem, and she couldn't eat that much and all of that. And I would bring my lunch because I worked nearby where they it's like a street where there's homeless people, but they had a shelter. So if you're early enough and it's not packed, you will get a space in there. The government had done that for them there. So people would hang out right there, a lot of homeless persons. But I met her not at that location, at a previous location, and I, thought I had lost her because I went back to the location. I didn't see her. Then I realized that she had moved up closer to where I was. So I used to visit her. I used to give her my lunch and all of that. It's when I was leaving to come here. She's a feisty little girl. She give you a little attitude even if you're helping her. She would give me a little attitude and all of that. And I would always look past it. Always look past it. Because people don't move me that much, with their personality and all of that. Because I've dealt with different types of people, different types of personality. And, if you're a child of God, you would, people we go through things and people are rude and all of that. But and let me tell you, when I was leaving, and I told her, oh my gosh, she cried. She cried. I was shocked. I was so shocked that this young lady felt the way that she felt, you know. So I tried to keep. There was another person that I would normally ask about her, but I think something got messed up with his phone, so I didn't. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Sometimes you don't know the impact that you have on someone's life until. So I always remember her. I wanted to help her get off the street to get help and so forth. But it didn't work like that, you know. So I'm one of those kind of persons that try to help. So yeah, and that leads me now to wow. So let's be appreciative that we have somewhere to live, because there are many persons who don't have that luxury that we have. And two, health and strength. You know, reflect on being able to face the challenge of the day, even when the cold, for example, the even when the cold chills us to the bone, like I've been, I just feel myself, my knees are still, feeling it, but my upper body, I feel a lot better. You know, still be thankful that we have strength to keep us going. That is so important, to have health and strength, that we can move around, because she was in a wheelchair. Somebody had to move her around and all of that. So it's so important that we are thankful that we have health and strength. And let me tell you, this year, for the first time in a long time, from I was a teenager, I've not been sick like that. Not been sick this year. I've been sick to the point where I thought I was literally going to die. I woke up with a pain like it was behind my heart. I thought it was my heart, to be frank, but the doctor told me that it's like a muscle abrasion and I should just rub it, and he gave me something for it. But I literally thought that I was going to die. I couldn't lift my hand, I couldn't move my body. I just had to use this alone. To tell you the truth, I prayed and I asked God not to let me die. I said I need to take a shower, because if I don't take a shower, I may have to go to the hospital, because I was trying to bear it. But each moment was getting worse and worse. I said, you know what? I'm going to. And I had to use one hand. And I said, God, I know I heard about Whitney Houston, what happened to her. Please don't let me die, the way I was born, please. That was how much I thought I was going to die. So this year has been, you know, challenging. It has had its many challenges with my health. It's like nearly every month or every other month I'm sick. But I am resilient by the grace of God. He saw me through. And with that, I I said, God, what can I do? And he said, drink some warm water. And I drank it, and I felt like it wasn't so severe anymore, but it was still there, that pain, that excruciating pain. And my husband said, let's go. I didn't want to go to the hospital because I've been there so many times. I just didn't want to go back. Yeah, it's like I spent the entire day right there, literally. I didn't want to go through that experience. And there's a emerge on, I think, Queensway or something like that. And I decided that, okay, I will go. That's way in the evening, because I said, I don't want to go through the night with this and not know what is going on. So I decided that I was going to go. After I went, the doctor done the checks and told me what it was. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything. So all through the year, I've been going through health challenges, a lot of things, but I keep pressing forward. I keep moving. I keep telling you, you know, don't stop. That's what the enemy wants. He wants us to stop what we're doing, because what we are doing glorifies God. So he wants us to stop. He doesn't want us to have any good, because he knows that if we keep going, he knows that if he put all these blockades and all these stumbling blocks in our way, we may give up and not continue. And somebody that needs to be blessed, that needs your message, that needs your content, will not get it. So we have to keep moving forward, keep forging ahead. So I'm thankful for the strength to get through each day, even when it feels challenging. Every step forward is a victory. And I'm so happy that I have overcome time and time again throughout this year. And the third thing I want to look at before wrapping up is faith and hope. I'm thankful for the hope that there's a brighter tomorrow. Warmer days are ahead. It reminds me that no winter, literal or figuratively, lasts forever. As I said, there are 4 seasons. They don't last. In the spring, we know we have a new start. In summer, we know we have to um, reap, and in fall we have to know we make sure we store what is left over from the summer. We have to make sure we put something aside, because fall start to tell us that winter is coming. And then winter is when everything seems to die, our moods are low, we feel like, you ever had in January, I have winter blues. You just feel really out of it. You don't have no energy. When I got home today, I felt like I couldn't do nothing. All I wanted to do is go under the covers. I My energy was sapped, and I left here with so much vibrancy and energy. You know, and life will have its winters, but we don't have to stay in that winter forever, because spring is just around the corner, new beginning, life. When you look at the trees now, they seem dead, but you know what the snow is doing? It is watering those. When it melts, it goes down and water the roots deep down. And that is what winter is doing for us right now. It's watering the trees in our lives that seems dead and out. It's watering those. So never forget that. Just keep moving, keep going forward. Reflect, be grateful, and also be thankful for where you're at, because every season that we are in prepares us for the next one. It prepares us for the opportunities that are ahead. It prepares us for the life that we want to live. It prepares us for the impact we are going to make on other people's lives, because we're not here independently. We're not here for ourselves. We're here for others, just as Christ came for a purpose. So we are here for a purpose. And more than less, as I said to somebody, and more than less, it's someone else's life. I said to someone that what you do now, the decision that you made now, will not affect you. It will affect generations to come. That's how far your decision, what you do now, will affect those who are in the future. It may not be your child, it may be your great great grandchild. Imagine that, just by one decision. Imagine if Abraham didn't listen to God and leave his family and come to a new place, say a place like Canada. Yeah? Then kings wouldn't have come out of him. Nations wouldn't have come out of him. You understand? So there's there's so much that we have to look at, not just us, but what we do, especially as content creators, especially as human beings. We have to think about how our lives affect others, the impact we have on others through our work, through our life, through what we say, what we do, even our expression. Yes, and our tones and all of that. It does affect. So, in concluding, today we reflect on my journey, express gratitude for the blessings in our lives, and um, wisdom sparks motivation, gave her testimony about her dad. You know, that's so big to know that I've had a father who we thought that was going, and then that he was going to die, and I know how it feels. So when you tell me that, I'm rejoicing with you, because that's not an easy thing to go through. So on both sides, your father and you and your family. So I praise God that he is here and can celebrate this season with all of you. So today we reflect, as I said before, on my journey and your journey too. Express gratitude for the blessings in our lives, even to have a little home, a roof over our heads, and shared thankfulness for the little things that make life beautiful. You know, the snow falling, the little tea that we drink. Some persons love coffee, you know. You know, those little things are so beautiful. And you can cuddle up and read a book. Yes. I love to hear from you. As I said at the beginning, I would like for you to tell me what you're reflecting on. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for? Please share it in the chat, even if it's one thing. Just tell me, what is it that you're reflecting on, you're grateful for, and you're thankful for, right? And thank you so much for joining me today. Let's continue to embrace reflection, gratitude, and thankfulness as we journey through life. And life is so important. It's the one thing that we have that if we didn't have it, we would have nothing at all. We wouldn't have family, we wouldn't have friends, we would have YouTube, we wouldn't have nothing, you know. So family, especially this season as we draw to the closing of another year, it's so important that we reflect even on life. Stay warm, stay safe, please, and always find moments to cherish just some little, even some little things, you know, things that may go wrong and we think it's wrong. It may be a divine intervention. So that's it. Thank you so, so, so much for spending the time with me as we reflect. We show our gratitude and thankfulness for the things that are in our lives that we have experienced. I really do appreciate it. So, until next time, take care, one love, blessings, and walk good. Take care, everyone. Love you. Love you. Take care until next time. Bye bye.